No. Alright. In the last part, mm, let me let me remind you. Let me remember what happened. Um. Okay, in the last part, we learned things like about Joyous. We learned that Joyous was basically a chihuahua, all bark no bite. We learned that Serpico was apparently still alive somehow. Maybe it has something to do with Truvia and the creator, probably. What else? We peeked into Remiel's memories. We saw her and her girlfriend, Belly, right? What else? They confirmed my theory of Sunbringer being technically Vegapunk with her satellites. The three Sunbringers being imposters, and probably the real Sunbringer is hiding or being held captive. That's a possibility. What else did we learn? I think that was all. So yeah, now let's continue.
Wise, you're finally back.
Yes.
Huh? Belle, what's wrong? Why do you look so tense?
How could I not be? You suddenly lost contact with Fairy down at the bottom of the Retroflux zone. If Remiel hadn't used your phone to let me know you were safe, I was about to grab Billy and Cecilia and come looking for you.
Sorry. That's my fault. I should have let you know. Wait, how did Remiel know my phone password?
Whoa.
Did she learn it back then?
So, what exactly happened after you lost contact with Fairy and me?
Because you saw our memories? That's crazy. Explain to Bill what happened after you returned from the bottom floor of the Retroflux zone.
You shared each other's memories. Can our
What
ocular
else did
implants
she
really
see?
do that?
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever happened before. But Remiel said she saw something similar when she pulled Thaumiel out of me. I think Thaumiel and my ocular implants must have had some kind of weird reaction, or...
Tamil was her weapon, right?
True.
Her Void Hunter weapon.
Both times Thaumiel was there. But
Or
you
not?
spent quite some time with Remiel before, and nothing like that happened, right?
Yeah, that's true. I feel like there has to be something else besides the ocular implants and Thaumiel.
How about we go ask Lady Dracaena the night after tomorrow?
No,
She's overseeing our treatment, so she may know more about this.
she's on a vacation.
The night after tomorrow? Why then?
Wait,
Lady Dracaena will be hosting a welcome banquet for the guests at the CCD reception hall. We received invitations as well.
Lady Draceena's hosting it herself? Does that mean the CCD's singularity leakage issue has already been resolved?
Most likely. Otherwise, she wouldn't have scheduled it. I heard that there's another welcome banquet happening in Virium at the same time. Lady Lindvern and the ESD are hosting it for guests who still haven't
if
been cleared
Lady
to land in
Dracaena
Flastrum. When I went out
is
this
an
afternoon,
imposter?
I ran into Valina and
Wait.
Norma. It looked like they were already heading to Virium to make preparations.
If Dracaena, Eldreda, and Lindvern are imposters of Sunbringer, then her being quote unquote kidnapped is not really a. It's not really. She wasn't really kidnapped, is what I'm trying to say. She's probably plotting something.
So there are still guests stuck in Virium. Do you think that person who looked like Serpico could really have been...
No, Wise. There's no way that was Serpico. You know he
That was
already-
Tartaglia.
Yeah.
Wise. I get it. Seeing Truvia again was bound to bring back a lot of memories. But that's all in the past now. Serpico, Helios Academy, they're gone.
Hey, Belle, why do you look even more upset than I do? Anyway, let's leave the past where it belongs for the night. We should both get some sleep. We worked hard to get our schedule back on track. You wouldn't want to ruin it now.
Yeah, you too. Don't stay up late. And no scrolling under the covers. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Belle leaves.
Maybe I should take another look at the data from the retroflux zone before I call it a night. If I'm lucky, I might find something that tells me who the culprit really is.
You sit in front of the HDD and completely lose track of time. Okay, so we aren't sleeping.
Wise? Your light's still on. Still working. Wise?
Am I unconscious? Oh, okay. That's cute.
I told him to go to bed early, and here we are. Huh? These scattered papers here are...
Notice, these are drafts Master used to analyze the culprit's intentions. Additional notice. Master has been asleep for approximately 30 minutes. Deep sleep is highly probable. Suggestion. Second Assistant, please refrain from any action that's needed, Master.
I know, Fairy. He needs some good rest. I'll handle it from here. That's what the second assistant is for.
No shit.
Negative.
Accept it.
Correction.
Accept it.
Second Assistant will complete it under Supreme Assistant's direction.
All right.
Sure.
I'm counting on you then, first assistant. Fairy, give me a quick summary of everything we've established so far.
Understood. Displaying all current findings and analysis for Second Assistant. Finding 1. The culprit's victims share no common traits. Their identities are of limited use for further deduction. Finding 2. Whenever the culprit implanted potent ether into each Bangbu victim, he also set a specific activation time and activation location.
So for the culprit, what matters was the time and location, not the victim's identities.
Affirmative. Based on current information, the most meaningful data is the time and location of each singularity leakage.
Fairy, can you pull up Airspace Patrol's recent records? Start from when singularity leakages began appearing frequently. I want to see when and where each occurred.
Understood. Accessing Airspace Patrol's internal network.
Wait, Fairy, why are you hacking into Airspace Patrol's intranet?
Yo.
How do we even explain this if they catch us? Just stick to the public records.
Too late, Second Assistant. Intrusion and search processes complete.
Velina's gonna cover for us.
A complete schematic has been generated for Second Assistant, with all singularity leakage times and locations marked.
So these circles mark where each singularity leakage appeared, right?
Mm-hmm.
The energy hub, the retroflex zone, the CCD. Looking at the map, they appear to be randomly scattered around Bruastrum. Oh, right. I remember now. Even after a singularity leakage disappears, there's still a window where it can be reactivated.
Affirmative. Such events exist in archived records.
Fairy, could you mark the locations of these reactivated singularity leakages as well?
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Corresponding locations have been added to the map for Second Assistant.
The positions changed a lot. No wonder Lady Dracena spent so long dealing with the CCD singularity leakage problem. Huh? Fairy, what's the significance of these overlapping areas?
Answer. These indicate multiple singularity leakages occurring in close proximity, both in time and location.
Mm-hmm.
Analysis. Under these conditions, multiple singularity leakages interact, causing the affected area in real space to expand accordingly.
So what you're saying is, multiple singularity leakages that appear at the same time and place can overlap? Wait, does that mean... Fairy, can you reorganize this data again? I want to pinpoint when and where these singularity leakages came closest to overlapping.
Understood. Generating new analysis results for second assistant.
For second assistant.
This is
Oh,
it.
hell no.
This has to be it.
How long was I out? Fairy, I said wake me up.
That's not
Check.
important. Look at this. Fairy and I found out why the culprit is creating these singularity leakages.
What is this?
This is the location of the singularity leakage the culprit created last week, 3 days after we rescued Toby. Each of these singularity leakages overlaps with the others, and the affected area stretches from the edge of Scommel Hollow all the way to Buastrom's main urban district.
So, the culprit could use this method to move something from Scommel Hollow to Buastrom.
Ooh.
Wait, it couldn't be. Gertablulu?
Yeah, I think so too. The culprit's real objective is likely to move Gertablulu into Buastrom's urban district. When you encountered it before, it already showed a clear tendency to be attracted to singularity leakages.
Okay, but what happens after that? Once Gertablulu was moved into Buastrom's urban district.
And what about
What?
Bashmu?
And besides,
Is that gonna
if it's really
appear
inside the
too
singularity
here?
leakages in Buastrom right now, why hasn't anyone found it?
Looks like we'll have to follow the trail of the singularity leakages and investigate on
Because
site.
the Sunbringers are behind this too. No, wait, I don't want Dracena to be evil. I want her to be playable.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Once it's daylight, Billy, Cecilia, and I will head to the energy hub. Maybe we can follow whatever traces are left and find a new lead.
After saying goodnight to Belle, you rest for a few hours. Soon another morning arrives.
I slept pretty badly last night. Oh well. I should head downstairs and find Billy and the others first.
Oh,
Wise! There you are! Belle already told us everything.
Now that's our manager! You found a clue on the culprit in no time at all!
now are we gonna have to fight the 3 Sunbringers?
Right, time to investigate the site. We'll head to the energy hub and trace the singularity leakages as they appear, until we locate either the culprit or Gertablulu.
Right. Fairy and I will stay here and back you up remotely, just like before. Wise, if you run into the culprit or Gertablulu, don't do anything reckless, okay? Your safety comes first.
Don't worry, Belle. I promise I'll be extra careful.
We'll protect the manager too!
Yeah, don't worry, Belle. If anything goes wrong, I'll grab Wise and make a run for it. Oh, sorry, Billy, you're on your own, buddy.
No problem!
No
A
problem.
Starlight Knight always protects their companions until their dying breath!
Wow, seriously? Come on, don't say stuff like that. It's bad luck.
It's a
Anyway,
hero's
it's getting
speech.
late. Let's go.
You then head to the energy hub with Billy and Cecilia. Whoa, what is happening? What is happening? No. Following the path where singularity leakages appeared, you make your way deeper into the energy hub. Eventually, you arrive in front of a strange fissure. This should be the end of the path. You carefully step inside, only to find yourself facing... Wait, I'm getting... Every time I'm getting more and more convinced that the Sunbringers, or at least Truvia, is working with the creator. And now we're gonna have to fight him. And
Wise,
they're not
we're
gonna be
here.
playable.
Stay sharp, and if things go south, just run. Huh? Where are we? Did we end up back in Buastrom?
It looks like... an office?
Sunbringer, I'm waiting for you.
This place feels really familiar. Wait, isn't this Lady Dracena's office? Valina brought me.
No, there's...
Huh? Lady Dracena's office? So Gertrude Lulu came all the way here just to walk straight into a trap?
No,
But Lady Dracaena never mentioned anything like that.
it's because Dracaena brought Gerta Blulu Labubu into Buastrom herself.
Strange. We expected the trail of singularity leakages to lead into Buastrom, but why would it end at Lady Dracena's office?
Wait! Footsteps outside! Hide!
No, Dracaena, please be good. Before you can start to hide, the office door opens.
You startled me. What are you all doing here?
No, I don't trust you anymore.
Wise! You explain.
You tell Lady Dracaena what you've discovered so far and how you arrived here from the energy hub.
A path formed by singularity leakages? I really hadn't considered that possibility before.
Oh no, I know nothing about it.
Gerta Blulu is most likely hiding among the singularity leakages in Buastrom right now.
Really?
And if that's the case, then it all makes sense.
Lady Dracaena, do you have any other clues?
Well, you see,
You're gonna have to
a few
die
months
here.
ago, a small singularity leakage appeared near my office.
Okay.
Considering that, together with your deductions, the target of both the culprit and Gerta Blulu is most likely
Oh, Summoner.
Wise. Could I ask these two to step outside for a moment?
Oh, hell no.
After all, their identities.
It's all right, Lady Dracaena. We're all friends here. It shouldn't be an issue.
No, leave.
I understand, but this concerns Rose Califer's highest level secrets. The fewer people who know, the better. Especially considering who these two are. A new Eridu public security officer and,
Unemployed freeloader.
An unemployed freeloader is a little harsh.
But it's true.
Oh, I get it. It's the kind of top secret stuff where knowing too much means trouble, right? Maybe even getting silenced permanently. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
It's a bit complicated, so Wise and I will need some time to talk. Cecilia and Billy, you can return to Amber Hall and rest.
Oh,
Once we're
hell nah.
done, someone will escort Wise back to you. Right away, no problem, Lady Dracaena. Me and this robot vacuum will disappear right now.
This house appliance. Something feels off, yeah.
Something feels off. Why am I treated differently from Cecilia and Billy? Is it something about my identity? Why would Lady Dracaena send them away like that? Should I call them back here?
Yeah.
What is it, Wise? Something on your mind?
It's nothing, Lady Dracaena.
Come here, Wise. I'll tell you what happened that night.
You should be suspicious,
That night,
Wise.
I had just returned to my office when I sensed
Ramiel
an
told you
unusually
they are
small ether presence in
imposters.
the air. The source seems to be somewhere around here.
Now that you mention it, there still is a faint trace of ether in this room.
Aside from the residual ether, these documents were scattered across the floor at the time.
Why is she smiling
Lady
like that?
Dracaena, are these documents connected to the incident?
Compare them with what you have found. Once you read them, you will understand.
CCD facility
No,
records,
no.
personnel transfer records, those
Get away from me.
daily reports. They don't seem to have much in common. What's going on? My eyes just... Wait. That ethereal broke in several days ago. So why is there still ether residue? And the ether isn't coming from in front of me. It feels more like... behind me.
Why did you not pay attention, bro?
I knew it. You're not Lady Dracaena. What exactly are you?
Is she not? Is she really
Lady
not?
Dracaena. I'm Truvia from High
Oh,
Ambitions.
hell
Corp.
nah.
I'm here for our appointment.
Truvia, run!
Huh?
Oh!
Truvia. No. No. Move, now.
What the fuck? Inside the CCD, a bursting alarm sounds again and again. Well, I was wrong, apparently.
Lady Justina, are you unharmed? We received word that something inside the CCD... Is that... Miss Truvia? How did this...
No, secret.
Secret? Oh, thank goodness, just in time.
Shut
Hurry,
the
please
fuck
stop the
up.
bleeding.
Yes, Lady Justina.
This is my fault. I shouldn't have left her here alone with Wise.
Wise? Lady Justina, forgive my boldness. But do you mean... Miss
Oh,
Truvia
hell nah.
gravely wounded Miss Truvia?
Shut the fuck
Yes,
up.
that's what happened. What I mean is, I never realized there was such a deep animosity between Wise and Truvia. But
You
I believe Wise
motherfucker.
must have acted on impulse. He would never do this otherwise. In any case, our first priority is to find Wise and get to the bottom of this. He just fled. Lindvern isn't here, so can I count on you to handle this, Secret?
No.
Secret, is something troubling you?
My apologies, Lady Justina. I will find Wise at once and bring him back to you.
Good.
Don't do this to me,
Thank you,
Sigrid.
And about tonight? Keep it quiet for now. We don't want our guests who've just arrived to feel any unnecessary panic.
Yes, Lady Justina.
Go, Sigrid, go fulfill your
Go,
duty.
Secret.
Oh, shit.
Go fulfill your duty. Find him, arrest him, and then bring him back to me.
Meanwhile, somewhere in the city of the skies.
Irois! Why did you pull me away? Truvia. She was right there. Why wouldn't you let me save her?
Because she's beyond saving.
Ooh.
Her wounds were clearly fatal. There was no way to save her. And that thing that appeared like Sunbringer, we cannot face it on our own.
So it's not Dracena? It's really Gerta Pluto? And Dracena was actually abducted?
Powerful, Pyrois. So why? Why didn't you use that power to save her?
Because I don't care.
Do you really want to see the rest of Rose Califer buried alongside your old classmate? Acting on impulse won't save her, and it won't help you either.
And why are you helping me?
Take some time to clear your head in the rain before that thing finds you, and then go do what only you can do. What you have to do.
Something only I can do. But right now, I can't do anything.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong about everything. About
You sure look
the
like a mess.
Sunbringers,
It's only
about
been one day.
Truvia.
How did you end up like this?
So maybe the culprit is someone entirely
The
different.
airspace
Maybe it's
control
Serpico
alarms
at
have been
the,
going
at
off
the end.
non-stop. So I had to check, didn't I? They could be looking for their fugitive. So,
Wait,
how did you
now we
end
are
up in
fugitives.
such a mess? All right. If you don't want to talk, fine. But don't stand out here in the rain, okay? You'll catch a cold. And if you don't want to go home... Oh, right. Amber Hall's already surrounded by the airspace patrol. Going back now would be walking straight into a trap. In that case, why not come to my place for a while? At least I can give you somewhere to sleep. If you don't answer, then I'll take your silence as a yes.
Still days, you let Ramil bring you back to her place at the Enna Gang's hideout.
Here's a towel. You should dry yourself off. If you've got the strength, you can take a hot shower, too. There's a makeshift bathroom over there. The Bangbu built it for me. Okay, fine. If you don't want to move, I'll dry you off myself.
Why? Why did you bring me here?
Hey, shouldn't you thank me first, Mr. Soaked to the Bone?
Thanks, Remiel.
Since when did you become so obedient? That isn't like you at all.
I'm depressed, Remiel. I'm depressed.
To show your thanks. Here, it's your turn.
Remiel hands over another clean towel as she speaks. No way. To dry her.
My turn. To do what?
What are we doing?
To dry my wings for me, of course. There are spots I can't reach on my own. Hey, what's with that look? I've already dried you off. Now it's your turn to return the favor.
Alright.
You switch places with Remiel and sit behind her. This is why Wing Thyron wins.
You know,
Okay.
Wise, I've never liked rainy days. The rain always leaves my wings soaked and heavy. Shake as I might, I can never quite dry them.
She looks really cute here.
The same goes for taking a shower, though at least I can manage to keep my wings from getting too wet.
Wet wings must feel really uncomfortable, huh?
Yes, honestly, it's miserable and such a hassle to manage. A hairdryer is useless. Too hot and I start shedding. Too cold and I catch a chill. But I can't just wait for them to air dry. It takes forever, and I'm way too impatient for that. Besides, it leaves this strange smell that I can never wash out. So, the best solution is a slow towel dry like this. But with wings this large, there are always spots I can't reach. Before, if I got caught in the rain, I'd sneak onto Belly's bed and roll around, drying my wings on her sheets.
Huh? Wait. Why would you crawl into someone else's bed? Wouldn't that make her upset?
It was fine as long as I didn't get caught. Though, of course, whenever Belly did notice me, she was absolutely furious. And no matter how angry she was, in the end, she'd always do just what you're doing now. Slowly drying the spots that were still damp. Wise, do you know what New Eridu's records say about what became of Belly and me?
I remember something about an operation called the Day of Silence. You and Colonel Vike were involved in an accident, and then both died in the line of duty.
Yes, died in the line of duty. Such a noble, dignified phrase. Though, in a sense, it isn't entirely wrong. After all, for us Void Hunters, our first and only duty was to suppress the Karma Core inside our weapons.
The Karma Core inside the Void Hunter's weapons?
That's right. Remember the Enchainer I mentioned before?
Mm-hmm.
What truly sets them apart from ordinary ethereals is a special core known as a Karma Core, found only within an Enchainer. According to RK, a Karma Core differs from an ordinary Ether Core. It doesn't form naturally. It is something made directly by the Creator. The Creator
Ooh.
made the Karma Cores, a power capable of rewriting the laws within Hollows, and used them as the cores to create the Enchainers of the Great Hollows. That's the gist of it, at least.
That's what it was
Back
used to
then,
create Gears of Blue?
After a long and bitter struggle, We
And
finally
maybe
were able to bring down one of the enchainers.
it gave them
But
the
the
power
Karma Core
to
itself could not be destroyed. Arcane
change forms.
They wanted to eliminate the threat posed by the Karma Core once and for all, while allowing humanity to harness the power within it. In the end, they found a way to seal the Karma Core within Porcelloy. They forged the Void Hunter weapons.
So, the power inside Void Hunter ultimately comes from the creator?
Yes, which is exactly why there are so many side effects.
Wait, I couldn't listen to what she said. And they found a way to seal the Karma Core within Porcelain from that if they were. Oh, that's how they created Tailless? Thomiel? And the Qingming sword? The board comes from the creator, yes. There's so many side effects, so...
At the time, we were naive enough to believe that if we could truly master that power, humanity might finally overcome the Hollows once and for all. So, when Arcane and Sunbringer proposed the plan, we never doubted it for a moment.
Lady Sunbringer and Professor Arcane's plan?
Yes. Project Sunseeker.
Ooh. Sunseeker. They
name for as long as I lived.
How do you say it? They flew
Put, it was an experiment
too close
that
to the
used
sun.
Vast quantities of porcelloy as a medium to partially fuse us Void Hunters.
Icarus and Faith.
Sealed within our weapons.
They fused you with a Karma Core. Then that would mean...
It meant we'd become artificial enchainers.
Oh.
No more enduring the costs of wielding Void Hunter weapons, and perhaps even achieving a stronger form to defend New Eridu. Looking back, I can hardly believe
And that's
I
what
fell for Arce's lies
Belly
so
became?
So, it
in
was
the short
that
film?
experiment when you and Colonel Vike...
Yes, Belly and I were the final participants. Or rather, the final test subjects. Looking back, I wonder if Belly already knew the truth behind Arcane and Sunbringer's plan. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have insisted on coming along. She's never been one to enjoy the spotlight. If only I'd realized what she was thinking sooner.
Remiel.
Arcane was extremely meticulous, always laying out careful, detailed plans. So, I can't say if the Karma Core losing control during the experiment was truly an accident, or if it was his cleverly disguised plan all
Now
along.
Archie was also with the creator or something.
Whatever the truth, it ended with the Karma Core spiraling out of control and Belly becoming a new enchainer. As for me, I partially fused with the Karma Core inside Thaumiel, becoming what I am now. A monster. Half human, half enchainer. Maybe, deep down, I'm just not ready to give up my life so easily. In the final moment, Thaumiel's power of controlling temporal patterns froze me in a state of near suspended animation. I didn't fully awaken from the seal in Persena's Hollow until about a year ago.
Oh.
The power of temporal patterns.
Right.
So she was frozen for like 100
The ones
years?
that can pin you in place. That's an example. The Karma Core sealed within Thaumiel holds the power to halt the flow of time. Because I partially fused with the Karma Core, even without Thaumiel, I can replicate a similar effect on a smaller scale. But that little bit of power isn't nearly enough to take on those 3 Sunbringers.
Oh
That's
shit.
why I had to reclaim Thamiel. Even if it accelerates my path to becoming an enchainer, I still have to.
Ramil falls silent for moments. She still has her back to you, but somehow you can picture the sadness and loneliness in her face. Just like the expression you're wearing right now.
Never mind. Enough about me. I. Why am I even telling you all of this? Still, now that I've told you so much.
Now it's my turn. A white wing suddenly sweeps in front of you. Ramil turns to face you wearing the same faintly enigmatic smile as always.
It's your turn.
Huh? My turn again?
Come on, bro.
For what exactly?
To tell me your story, of course. Let's call it another round of our little Q&A game. You didn't actually ask, but I had a feeling you'd want to know. So I went ahead and answered anyway. Now, it's your turn.
I wasn't actually going to ask you anything. You simply started explaining it on your own.
Fair enough. But once you say certain things out loud, they don't weigh on you quite as much anymore. Or perhaps you'd like a little help getting started? Let me think.
Serpico and Truvia. They transferred to Helios not long after Belle and I started there. They came from a prominent background. They were the adopted children of Mosient, the head of High Ambitions Corp. They were exceptional students as well, so it didn't take long for them to become some of the Academy's most talked about students. We were all studying under Miss Carroll at the time, and before long, we became close friends. Back then, we all had ambitious plans for the future. Understanding the Hollows, perhaps even conquering the 6 Great Hollows. In our teacher's words, we were meant to seize the sun called Helios.
Shit.
Later, the 4 of us who ranked at the top became the only 4 people ever to have smart ocular implants. Then, during a performance test for the implants, I lost control. Serpico. He died because of me. When I finally woke up in the hospital, I learned that Truvia had been taken away by people from High Ambitions Corp the day after the incident. The next time I saw her was during the fall of the old capital. She was with one of High Ambition's rescue teams. To be honest, I never imagined we'd meet again like that. Belle and I were seriously injured, but we still wanted to go back. Back to the ruins of Helios, to save as many people as we could. We begged Truvia for High Ambition's help. We promised we'd guide them through the Hollows, that we'd do whatever it took. But she turned us down without hesitation. I can't really remember what happened after that. But on that day at Helios, no one made it out alive except Belle and me. Then in Roskalifer, I met Truvia again. We talked about the past, but the way she spoke about it felt as though she were talking about someone else's life. I didn't know how to face her. And ever since then, no matter what I do, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. That gaze. I don't know whether it was Truvia's or Serpico's, or...
Perhaps it was your own. The you from the past. The one who kept thinking, if only I'd done something sooner. The one who never managed to forgive themselves. Making peace with the past isn't easy. And sometimes, you don't get the chance at all.
Yeah, there won't be another chance. Truvia, she was killed by Dracena. By that thing pretending to be Dracena.
Something pretending to be Dracena. Wise, What exactly
Wait,
happened
if
before I
Greta Blue
found
can
you?
shapeshift,
Will you tell me?
then Serpico is probably also a shapeshifter.
I see. So that means Dracena, the youngest of the Sunbringers, had already... No. Judging from the timeline and the outcome, perhaps not yet.
Suddenly a commotion erupts outside. Hurried bamboo footsteps and frantic shouting echo through the area.
What's happening outside?
I'm not sure. Let's go find out.
Go back, there's nothing here.
Forgive me, but I cannot obey.
Oh hell no.
Is that secret?
This secret, no, don't do this to me. Hey. Hey Secret, please don't come any closer,
I'm
there's nothing
afraid
here.
I cannot comply. I know Mr. Wise is here, and I have come to take him back. Please do not stand in the way of my duty.
Secret. She won't be easy to fool. Wise, hide for now. I'll think of something. Wise? What are you doing?
Secret. Hey.
Secret. There's no need to pressure them. I'm right here.
Thank you for your understanding and cooperation, Mr. Wise.
But... I'm sorry. I can't go back with you.
Wait, no.
Well, since Wise has already stepped out into the open, I suppose there's little point in my remaining hidden. This would be our first proper face-to-face meeting, would it not, Deputy Director of Airspace Patrol?
Remiel. Now that is an unexpected development. Mr. Wise, Lady Dracena has ordered a search for you. But our only aim is to uncover the truth of what happened inside the CCD. So please, come back with me.
No.
As for this fugitive wanted for the attempted assassination of Lady Eldrada...
Just so we're clear, if you decide to make a move here, you'll be the only one who dies.
How can you be so sure before you actually try?
I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I am a fugitive after all. Hardly a saint to begin with. But are you really willing to die like this? As a puppet controlled by that monster without ever learning the truth?
Then speak plainly. I have no patience for riddles.
Very well. You really do take all the fun out of it, don't you? Then I'll tell you outright. The Sunbringer inside the CCD was Gerta Blulu in disguise.
What did you say?
Huh? I expected that reaction from Sigrid, but you too, Wise? I thought you'd figured it out already.
That's quite a leap. I know that definitely wasn't Lady Dracena, but... Gerta Blulu?
Okay, what do you mean? What do you mean, face?
That is quite a story you've come up with, Remiel.
Oh? I was expecting something more along the lines of, "How dare you slander Lady Dracena?" followed by you charging straight at me with your spear. I was quite prepared for that. Or could it be you've suspected all along that the Sunbringer at the CCD might not be the real one?
What makes you so certain that it was Gerta Blulu?
Intuition, perhaps? Of course, there was also my trust in Wise, and a little reasoning. According to Wise's account, they followed the trail of singularity leakage through the energy hub, yet somehow ended up in Dracena's office. Then the false Dracena showed up, sent Billy and Cecilia away, began mutating into an ethereal, and attempted to silence Wise for good. That's when Truvia arrived. She saw through the imposter's disguise too. and became her first target. After that, Sigrid, Dracaena ordered you to bring Wise back to the CCD and uncover the truth. Have I got that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Secret. I understand why you'd find it hard to believe, but this is what I saw with my own eyes.
I did receive orders from Lady Dracaena. But what does that prove?
Let's put it this way, Secret. Before you arrived, based solely on Wise's description, I assumed Lady Dracena's karma core had gone out of control and turned her into an enchainer. But from what we've seen before, if that were the case, there is no way she could have retained her human consciousness.
Does Sigrid even know what an enchainer is? And a karma core?
That possibility ruled out, and considering Wise's discovery of the singularity leakages, along with the recent appearance of multiple enchainer larvae, it is entirely possible that either Gertablulu or Bashmu entered the CCD through the singularity leakage, and, through the karma core, became partially fused with Dracaena.
How could that even be possible?
It seems you have at least a basic understanding of enchainers and karma cores. Good. That saves me a fair bit of explanation. I can't say how Sunbringer managed it, but the most likely explanation is that she divided her karma core into 3 parts and entrusted them to the 3 ladies we see today.
Ooh.
That would also explain why Gertablulu and Bashmu appeared at roughly the same time. Then again, there may be a 3rd enchainer larva out there that we simply haven't discovered yet. As for why I don't think it was Bashmu, well, that's the easy part. Bashmu is enormous. Had it appeared in Buastrum, it couldn't possibly have gone unnoticed. So, either it was Gertablulu or a 3rd enchainer larva we haven't discovered yet. It attacked Lady Dracaena, and it succeeded. Just not completely. Otherwise, there would have been no reason to keep impersonating her. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like 2 people fighting over the same controller. Dracena's consciousness and Gertablulu's consciousness coexist in the same body, competing for control of both the body and the karma core.
So Dracaena is good?
Judging by the current situation, it seems Gertablulu has the upper hand.
That is still nothing more than speculation. And if Mr. Wise deceived you, then none of your conclusions would hold.
It's true. I have no way of proving that I wasn't lying.
It's all right, Wise. I believe you. And I believe everything you've told me. Remember the rules of our little Q&A game. You don't have to tell the whole truth, but no one is allowed to lie. And besides, Sigrid, you've heard us out this much already. I'd say that means there's still room for us to talk. Wouldn't you agree?
What is it you want to talk about?
Why, how to get that poor little Sunbringer out of her current predicament, of course. So, interested? There's too many eyes out here. We should speak inside.
The Retroflux Zone. I never would have thought you would be hiding here.
Oh? And here I thought you had let me go on purpose.
I never expected the Airspace Patrol surveillance network to have such a glaring blind spot.
Would you call it that? Before all this, I wouldn't have believed anyone would willingly live in the sewers with a whole colony of Bangbu either.
I was pretty shocked when I first got here too.
All right, let's save the small talk for later. Let's discuss how we're going to deal with Gertablulu. Or rather, what to do about Dracaena. First of all, the enemy has already taken control of the CCD. That effectively gives it access to Rose Califer's communications network as well. In other words, we can't communicate with anyone through electronic means right now. If we do, it'll notice us almost immediately.
Lady Dracaena did give orders to keep a close watch on any unusual communication signals within the island.
See? The enemy is already starting to show the cloven hoof. No offense to horse tyrants, of course.
Go on.
Dealing with it wouldn't actually be difficult. The real problem is how to do it quietly. Even I can't be sure I could bring it down in a single strike. None of us knows how deeply it has fused with the Karma Core. If we act rashly, worst case, everyone in Roscalifer ends up witnessing Lady Dracaena turn into an ethereal. And by then, even if we manage to save Dracaena, to Roscalifer, all we've really done is save a monster that could turn into an ethereal at any moment.
I never thought you cared about Roscalifer's order and stability.
Why wouldn't I? This is the utopia my friend built with her own hands.
Home. To keep the imposter under control and make sure no one else finds out.
Remiel's right. We need a way to keep the imposter contained without drawing any attention. Sneaking back into the CCD again probably won't work. Even if Sigrid helped us and cleared out all the guards, the imposter would notice the moment she did anything out of the ordinary. Unless we could somehow lure the imposter out of the CCD and into somewhere isolated. Somewhere no one would notice. Wait. Remiel, Sigrid, I know how we can deal with the imposter without drawing anyone's attention.
Oh?
Please, go on.
Through singularity
Tomorrow
leakages?
evening, the CCD will be holding a welcoming banquet for the island's guests in its reception hall. Lady Dracaena is scheduled to host it herself, which means she'll have to appear in person.
That does sound promising. We could go in as guests instead of forcing our way into the CCD. That would save us a great deal of trouble.
But, Mr. Wise, with so many guests around, how do you plan to stay unnoticed?
Singularity
What if
leakages.
a singularity leakage were to appear at the exact moment the imposter makes an appearance? Or rather, a passage formed by multiple singularity leakages. That's how it was transferred to Buastrom in the first place. So naturally, we can use the same method to send it back. And if there are no airspace patrol soldiers near the hollow at the time, then it shouldn't attract any attention, right?
I am starting to lose track of what you mean, Mr. Wise. How are you going to make a singularity leakage appear in the CCD reception hall at that exact time?
Yesterday, Remiel and I found the culprit's crime scene at the bottom of the retroflux zone. We also figured out how those singularity leakages are being created. I think I can make something similar. As long as we keep it under control, nobody at the banquet should be in any danger.
Fighting fire with fire, are we?
Yeah. As long as we have stable hollow observation data to run the calculations. Oh, wait. No. I don't have the HDD with me. And I can't contact Belle or Fairy either. So, how am I supposed to get stable hollow observation data?
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong, Wise.
If you are concerned about obtaining stable hollow observation data, while I am not an expert in that field, I should still be able to offer some assistance. There is a derelict area known as Rosewick within the Scommel Hollow. During patrols, we discovered equipment there that is similar to what the CCD uses to process Rosetta data. However, due to their excessive size, they were left abandoned on site and never retrieved.
If the equipment is still operational, we should be able to make use of it. But without data boot to handle the calculations, that would probably take... Oh, the Enna Gang's Bangbu. Most of the Enna Gang's Bangbu used to be CCD data boo. If they're willing to help us.
Don't you remember, Wise? In their eyes, those three Sunbringers are all imposters. Anyway, leave this to me. At the very least, Prophet Boo should be willing to do me this favor. That leaves one final question. How are we supposed to get into Scommel Hollow without tipping off the imposter?
Almost simultaneously, you and Remiel turn to look at Sigrid.
Why are you both suddenly looking at me like that?
Oh, nothing. I simply thought a certain airspace patrol deputy director might be able to get us into Scommel Hollow.
At first light tomorrow, I will return here and find a way to get you to Rosewick. I can also pretend I never saw you tonight. That is all the assistance I can offer. And if I discover that everything you have told me is false, I will personally answer for tonight's decision, whatever the cost.
Sigrid turns to leave, but pauses just before reaching the door.
Before I leave, there is one final matter I would like to confirm with you, Remiel.
Mm-hmm.
You once attempted to assassinate Lady Eldrada. Why, then, are you going to such lengths to save Lady Dracena?
Because none of them are the Sunbringer I'm looking for. To me, they're no different from this city in the sky. They're all gifts Sunbringer left behind for the world. I simply don't want to stand by and watch the things my friend cherished be destroyed by monsters from who knows where.
Sigrid says nothing more and leaves. After that, you and Remiel spend some time explaining everything to Prophet Boo. He wrestles with it for a while, but eventually agrees to your request. It's getting late, better get some rest while you can. Everything depends on tomorrow. Alright, a lot of talking. That was a lot of talking. Very interesting regardless. Wait, what? Why? Chat with Remiel before bed, rest on the sofa. Alright, but I'm gonna leave this here for now. It was just basically just information or just talking, so let's go. Bye bye.